associated with being in prison and for purposes of enhancing correctional services. That after we had had discussion for quite some time, I have now sourced several equipment and balls, shoes, kits, gloves, chalks, you name it, that will now be directed towards each and every prison. I'm informed that there are 46 prisons. We also want to have a thriving 46 prison teams. Not prison, that's 2 per prison. That will make them 92. Huh?
Yes.
92, if I'm not mistaken. Not 92 kits. That will be full kits designed to enter into the correctional services for purposes of ensuring that the teams there can have a good Saturday, a good Sunday. You know, as I understood the dream from the CG, it is intended that, hey, come on, if there are those that are very good and can be able to be co-opted into my league, then there was the freedom to come and entertain people, play football professionally. Are you with me? And so forth. It happens in many countries that you would find a prisoner is one of the soccer stars of that country, and it changes their perception of what the outside world would be like, you know. So it is part of that program that we have entered into with the Correctional Services Department to try and support them. Before going to announce what I'm going to, you know, give them today, I think I must defer to the Commissioner General to make some comments.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Chiyangwa. Well, I think as far as our press is concerned, I think you are aware that we had started FM at Kurubi Female Prison some time ago when they were celebrating the Women's Day, which is the kind of thing that we want from the press, that they are reporting what you are seeing on the ground, not reporting something that you have heard from somebody else, which might be distorted in one way or the other. So we'd like you to be very free to come into prisons, see what is happening there, because the people who are in prisons are Zimbabweans. They don't come from elsewhere. They are Zimbabweans, they are nationals, and therefore we have been knocking on the doors of the president of the Zimbabwe Football Association, Comrade Chiyangwa, for a long, long time, bearing in mind that sports plays a very important role in one, unifying people that are in prison and outside, and unifying those that are incarcerated. When they come together playing sports, they become friends, or at least they can stay together in an atmosphere that is sort of conducive. So on our rehabilitation programs, sports plays a very important role in that when you empower the officers that are responsible for the rehabilitation of inmates. You start with the officers because they are responsible for the rehabilitation of the inmates. Then we have done a good job. So in this case, we've got quite a number of teams in the Zimbabwe prisons and correctional service. Those teams that are sort of employing officers to play the game. We've got 2 that are in Division 1, one in Guero and the other one in Mutare. Those are men, and 1 Division 1 female team, the Flame Lily. But we've got other teams that are in various divisions around the country. But the president of ZIFA has seen it fit that he would like to donate to all the prisons, the 46 prisons in the country, which will go a long way in assisting us in the rehabilitation of the inmates. When the officers are playing soccer, they cannot play alone in their institutions. They will have to involve the inmates whom they are rehabilitating. I think if my memory serves me right, you will remember that ZTV came to Harare Central, and there is a dynamos team in the Harare Central prison there. So, Comrade Chiyangwa, what we are doing is actually helping us in the rehabilitation efforts of the inmates, so that when they eventually leave the prisons, they are better citizens when they go out than when they came in.
Sure.
And sports is one of the areas that we look forward to say that when a person leaves prison, they can either go and join the teams that are outside, or they can also go and start their own teams because they've learned it in prison. So we would like to thank you very much, Comrade Chiyangwa, for this good gesture. It will go a long way in assisting prisons in the rehabilitation effort. There are other non-governmental organizations that come to us, churches, NGOs, and so on. But we are proud that having a son of Zimbabwe doing this to Zimbabweans is a pride to the nation. So we'd like to thank you very much that those people who are Zimbabweans should also copy from Comrade Chiyangwa what he has done to say that the rehabilitation effort for the prisoners in prisons is not left to the prisons and correctional service alone. There are other stakeholders. In this case, he is one of them.
Sure.
He is a brother who is a stakeholder in the whole process of rehabilitation of prisoners. So I would like to thank you very much that I think it will give a very good message to the people in Zimbabwe that the rehabilitation efforts by the ZPCS should not be left to the ZPCS alone, but let's take it together.
Sure. In our sporting calendar, we have got quite a number of sporting activities. Sure. We will be, this year we'll be participating in the SADA Games. Wow. As president of the Correctional Sensitive Games. In Swaziland in September. Sure. And I think this donation will go a long way in boosting the morale. No, count me in supporting those teams. You know, where if necessary technical support, we will render that. Yeah. No, appreciate it. Thanks, CG. Thank you very much.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.